That was Wrecking Ball by our hot dog. Who could it be?
Oh my god, that has to be Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, or literally any guy with lungs. I love that they scream, "I know that voice," and then guess someone who's been dead since 2007. Morgan Freeman's not dead. Tell that to Hollywood.
I think it's Beyonce.
They always guess Beyonce, like she's got time to sweat inside of a dolphin suit on Fox.
It's the backup dancer from a 2004 Ashley Simpson tour.
Stunning. Truly worth the 6 fog machines and glitter. Imagine explaining this show to someone what's never seen it. So basically, this is what happens when you mix FurryCon with The Voice and shove F-list celebrities down the audience's throats. Yeah, you don't really watch this show, you just sit here while it happens to you. Yeah, nothing says celebrity like someone who almost made it to the background of Dancing with the Stars.
This song means so much to me. I'm singing for my guinea pig, Carl.
So the banana in sequins has a guinea pig named Carl? Ugh, I miss Shame.
Welcome back to Love Island. Tonight, a new bombshell shakes up the villa.
Bombshell. Just means someone who showed up late with less clothing and even less vocabulary.
Oh, good. It's that show where attractive people panic under the crushing weight of basic conversation.
It's like someone gave a bunch of mannequins access to lip filler and Wi-Fi.
I'm really starting to fall for her. Like, emotionally, like...
Finish the sentence, champ. You got this.
Like...
Just one more word.
I mean,
Preferably a noun.
I feel like we really vibe. Like, energy-wise.
Wow. Shakespeare rises. Truly the voice of a man whose entire personality is, "I go gym."
He talks like someone who thinks astrology is a valid medical license.
I just feel like he doesn't respect me, like, as a person, you know?
You met 3 days ago and called him daddy before you learned his last name.
She's got the emotional stability of a wet paper plate.
That's what happens when you've got 200,000 followers and 3 brain cells.
How well do you know your partner? It's time for the blindfold makeout challenge.
Okay.
If sex appeal had a concussion, this would be its dream sequence.
I give these couples 48 hours before one of them cheats during a foot massage.
I hope the bloody island sinks.
Wow, that was so brave.
Brave means that was terrible, but we're all afraid of getting cancelled.
That sounded like someone tried to yodel while being tased.
That was like the mating call of insecurity, that.
You could throw a harmonica down a flight of stairs and get more pitch control.
Thank you. I was born at a very young age, and whoever the most relatable person in my family is to the audience has cancer.
Whatever happened to just singing a song?
Yeah, now it's all, my grandma's ghost gave me this mic and told me to follow my dreams. And wear fringe.
Yeah, what the hell are they wearing?
Something to stand out, innit?
He looks like the manager of a Quiznos who makes a mysteriously large amount of money, but spends it all on Etsy.
You're going to Hollywood.
Yeah, for 2 episodes. Then it's back to your job at Juice It Up.
They're not going to Hollywood. They're going to a holding pattern of obscurity and Instagram covers.
Time to update the old LinkedIn account, yeah?
Enjoy that 14 seconds of airtime before they cut to someone with a sob story and a jawline.
The show peaked in 2008, and it's just been limping on vocal trauma and nostalgia ever since.
If this is what talent looks like, I'm rooting for the asteroid.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
I love when Disney spends $200 million just to make us miss the cartoon.
The acting's appalling, isn't it?
Yeah, there's more emotion in a voicemail from your dentist.
All the characters are allergic to charm, plot, and basic human warmth.
She's got the menace of a wine mom trying to return shoes at Macy's.
I'm not just a princess. I'm a leader.
You're a freshman theater major who accidentally wandered onto a soundstage. Sit down.
She went from apples to overthrowing the monarchy in one costume change.
This movie is less about Snow White and more about how to make a press tour apology before the trailer drops.
At what point in post-production do you think they threw in a towel?
Probably after realizing that she delivers every line like Siri reading fan fiction.
It might be a bit wrong, but I'm rooting for the poison apple, mate.
Welcome back to the tank. Next up, a former kindergarten teacher turned entrepreneur.
Hello, Sharks. I'm asking for $500,000 for 2% of my company, Yummy Shoes.
Let me guess, Barbara's out.
She always looks like she's deciding whether to invest or have you humanely put down.
Let's be honest, this is trash. You should license the patent, sell your company, and cry in silence.
Say what you will, but Kevin's just Gordon Ramsay for spreadsheets, isn't he?
Kevin makes offers like an ex who still Venmos you $4 with the note, "Remember this?"
This product changed my life. I just want to help people.
You sell flavored shoelaces, bro. You're not a saint. You're a walking Pinterest meltdown.
Imagine getting rejected by 5 people with net worths higher than most countries.
Sharks, I bring you the hug suit. Because sometimes people don't want to be touched, but
still hugged.
What in the mental illness is happening right now?
Damon never actually invests. He's just here for screen time, isn't he?
Nah, he's just here to remind us that FUBU was the thing in 2002.
Look, here's what I'd do. I'd gut your business, I'd sell it, and I'd fire you.
Cuban's got the compassion of a guillotine.
Mark Cuban talks like he owns time. Like if you waste 1 minute, he'll buy your family and charge rent.
Yeah, the only thing getting funded is the therapist the contestant goes to after all this.
Thank God, we saved the quantum realm.
Well, here we have yet another MCU film stuck in green screen purgatory.
That was just 2 hours of staring into a kaleidoscope while Paul Rudd made dad jokes.
That's not a movie. That was a screensaver with Paul Rudd floating about.
The whole movie looked like it was filmed in a lava lamp.
I've no idea what even happened.
MODOK looked like Mr. Electric from Shark Boy and Lava Girl had a stroke.
That man's face was stretched like it owed the VFX team money.
He looked like Humpty Dumpty if he got microwaved with no lid.
I had to pause it several times just to apologize to my eyes.
It's never too late to stop being a dick.
Imagine training your whole life as an actor and then delivering your big villain speech to CGI termites.
Also, not one scene was grounded in reality. It's like Marvel forgot humans live on Earth.
I'd rather fight actual ants in my bathroom than watch this again.
At one point, Paul Rudd multiplies into 1,000 versions of himself, and somehow not one of them made a good decision.
This film convinced me the MCU is in a midlife crisis.
Welcome back to 90 Day Fiancé. Let's check back in on our couple, Luella and Chad.
You know it's going to be good when the episode opens up with a dude named Chad flying to meet his soulmate who still calls him Mr. Chad.
He looks like he brushes his teeth with Mountain Dew.
Is he really proposing at an airport Chili's?
The only thing more unstable than the relationships is the camera work.
This show is just Tinder with a countdown and more paperwork.
Every geezer on this show looks like he Googled how to get a girlfriend and then flew to a different continent instead.
She'll realize she made a mistake when she curls up next to him in his anime pajamas while sleeping in his mom's basement next to a litter box.
But do they break up? Of course not. They just scream into ring lights for 6 more episodes.
It's not a love story. It's a hostage situation with subtitles.
This show has more red flags than a communist parade.
He's a 47-year-old Uber driver with a Funko Pop addiction. She's 22, has never been outside her village, and thinks America is Disneyland. Definitely sounds like true love to me.
I've seen more stable relationships on Jersey Shore.
If I ever propose to someone I met online, shoot me. And then shoot them too, just to be safe.
Tonight, the CEO of a billion-dollar corporation goes undercover to see just how his business is being run by his expendable employees.
Well, here we are, another episode of How Out of Touch Can One Rich Guy Be?
Can't wait to see another billionaire in a Party City wig pretending to care for 48 hours.
This man has 6 houses, and he's out here dressed like a rejected Mario brother.
This isn't undercover. This is LARPing for sociopaths.
Look at this geezer. He's sweating because it's the first honest work he's done since 1998.
Imagine working 60 hours a week and your reward is getting filmed by a millionaire in a wig.
I work 3 jobs and still can't afford rent. But I love this company.
No, you don't. You love not getting evicted.
Surprise, Fernando. I'm actually the CEO. Oh my gosh, it was you the whole time?
Shocking! It was the only person in the warehouse with clean shoes and a camera crew.
Look, I'm beyond impressed that you've worked 80 hours a week for 35 years at this company. So I'm giving you $5,000 and a trip to Disneyland.
Disneyland? Pay their medical bills, you dollar store Lex Luthor?
This show's like if gaslighting had a budget.
Yeah, Undercover Boss, where billionaires cosplay as decent humans and then go back to firing people by email.
Welcome back to Marvel's Secret Invasion.
Yeah, it's not so much a secret invasion as it is a public embarrassment.
Marvel used to make movies and shows where people cheered. Now I can't tell if I'm watching a superhero show or a Verizon ad.
They got Samuel L. Jackson back, but gave him the personality of a houseplant.
And they made the Skrulls, literally shape-shifting aliens, boring. Do you know how hard that is? That's like making winning the lottery seem meh.
The CGI looked like it was rendered on a microwave. I've seen Fortnite skins with more detail.
Nick Fury used to be a legend. Now, what is he, tired? The geezer's 1 coffee away from retiring to a Denny's.
This entire show was just exposition dumps, fake tension, and 1 punch per episode.
It's like Marvel said, what if Game of Thrones, but without the dragons, suspense, or budget? We'll keep the bad writing, though.
And don't get me started on the plot twist. Ooh, someone was secretly a Skrull. Again, I've been more surprised by weather forecasts.
Right, if I wanted to watch shapeshifters disappoint people, I'd call my ex.
Marvel Phase 4, now with 90% less joy, but 300% more side characters you won't remember.
Honestly, this whole phase of Marvel just feels like filler. Like they're just killing time until the audience gives up just like they have.
And now, back to more Happy Gilmore 2.
How am I gonna pay for my daughter's dance lessons?
Sandler's back. Jesus, his backswing's slower than his metabolism now.
The first movie was dumb, but fun. This one feels like watching your dad try TikTok.
It's like an obituary for comedy.
They should have called it Caddyshack for the brain dead.
In the script? Come on. It's the same recycled garbage. Sandler yells, swings a club, falls down, farts, credits. Rinse and repeat, as long as Netflix pays Sandler his $80 million for more basketball shorts.
Imagine paying money to see this.
How did we get here? I mean, Happy's old, his mom's old, the jokes are old. Honestly, Adam Sandler should have retired before Blockbuster did.
I love how Rob Schneider screams, "You can do it," for his cameo. Like he hasn't been unemployed for 2 decades.
Ben Stiller is one of those actors who just can't get into a character. It always feels like Ben Stiller, you know? Although Simple Jack was pretty convincing.
What I don't understand is how Sandler's a senior, but all of his movies have more poop and fart jokes than a Pixar children's film.
Ugh, if I ever laugh at this, check me into a home.
Don't worry, mate. Ben Stiller runs one.